Good morning, YouTube. It's way too early. It's like 6:15, and Josh and I are driving to Colorado. And you're probably like, why are you driving to Colorado? Well, we're driving to Colorado to pick up our next car for the dealership, which one of you can buy. And you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. And we got a surprise for you.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
What's up, everybody? We're on the road.
Making deals.
Getting things done, making it happen. We're trying to. We were just talking about this car that we're trying to get that's in New Jersey. There's all sorts of crazy stuff going on with the paperwork and the title and stuff, and we're just kind of talking about that and how a lot of cars, people, you start getting into the process of buying it, and then you find out it has these weird title issues, and people back out because they're scared of doing all that stuff, which understandably you could get screwed if you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry for the camera shaking. I'm trying to hold it here. We're on this rough country road in the middle of nowhere. We're working on figuring all that out while we're on the road, so that by the time Adam gets there to pick the car up, everything is in order. And it's going to be a pretty cool car.
Yes.
It's going to be pretty badass.
This car is worth the effort.
It's definitely worth the effort, for sure.
But it's a pain in the ass effort.
Yeah. We are 10 hours and 48 minutes away. We're going to Colorado for a different car, so.
Yeah, we're picking up 3 cars this week. Adam's picking up 2 of them. We're picking up 1 of them.
Yeah, so we're all over the place. But
yeah,
we got a lot of
east and west.
We got a lot of cool stuff coming your way.
So one thing that people like to do, which is technically illegal, is they'll buy a car and they'll keep the title open. If you don't register the car, we were trying to figure out what happens if you die. Is that car still technically owned by the previous owner? Oh, there's something in the road. That would have sucked.
Oh, there it is. It's like a
couch cushion.
Whenever you buy a car, please title it.
Yeah.
Don't leave the title open. That's what we're dealing with right now. Is like the guy buys a car and the title is signed over to him and he never does anything with it. So if said guy passes away or something happens, technically he doesn't really own that car.
Yeah, I think the previous dealerships.
The dealer could easily go get a duplicate title and say, "Hey, we never sold that." Like, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that could happen. So pay your taxes. Get a Montana LLC if you don't want to pay your taxes. Do everything legit though.
2 hours later.
Hey YouTube. All right, we are in the middle of nowhere. We're outside of Amarillo on our way towards New Mexico, and oh boy, all sorts of shit has happened. Josh is driving. So over the last, I guess, hour, remember that title issue we were talking about a few minutes ago? Yeah. So that's coming to be a problem.
I had an epiphany when we were driving. I was like, I should have caught it earlier, but I was like, wait a minute. This is not going to work. We have to fix this.
Yeah. So we have to get the title reissued because it's already been submitted that the car was sold. Basically, the question is like chicken and egg. Do we take possession of the car? Do we get the title? Like, we won't get the title for a while, so that means we can't sell the car for a while. So we don't want to pay for it until we have a title. That's pretty much how it works. It's like, as a dealer, we're not gonna pay for it until we get a title, except in cases where you have a lien, but that's a little bit different. So I don't know. Anyway, we're having to make lots of phone calls. It's a really rough, crappy road here. Sorry for the bouncing, but we're trying to make this deal still happen. We'll keep you in the loop. We'll see what happens over the next hour.
The next day.
He's like, I want to go. Let's go. Yeah. Sure, go for it. I love these. The fuel pump is really loud. And that's with the Tubi.
What's up, everybody? We're on a little drive here. We just picked up our 458. Dan is in front of us in the F40 driving. Unfortunately, we're stuck behind a bunch of slow cars, so we're gonna have to get past that, but there it is. We're free. You ever see any cops up here?
Colorado roads.
This is awesome. I wish we had roads like this in Texas. We have Lime Creek Road and that's about it. It's nothing like this. I love the smell of the exhaust from the F40.
Eventually.
Well, good morning, YouTube. We're back on the road, heading home. Plus one car. Josh is driving again. And we got some updates for you on the other cars. So this whole thing, so it's kind of a weird situation where we were going out to Colorado to pick up a Ferrari 458, which is for sale right now. So go check it out. It's red tan, beautiful, 16,000 miles, asking $224,900. Pretty sweet deal. We obviously, if you haven't seen the other video, we went up there because we were like, hey, well, the seller was like, hey, I've got some other cool cars and you guys can drive them. And we're like, really? What do you have? And he's like, oh, I've got an F40. And we're like, yes, we will do that. So that was a no-brainer. So I was like, yeah, that makes it worthwhile for us to come up here and pick it up ourselves, because normally we'd probably just ship it. Adam bought a new trailer, and so he was like, hey, I need to go pick up my trailer anyway, so I might as well go pick up the one car in Chicago, which is a Ferrari California with 380 miles, which is also for sale. So go check out our website, NG Supercars, or email us, sales@ngsupercars, if you want any of these cars. So the other car that you heard us talking about with the title issue, that was a 430 Scuderia. We were trying to get white with gray, I think. Yeah,
gray.
White with gray, under 10,000 miles. Everything seemed good. And well, the reason I said we're trying to get is because that deal fell apart. So like we told you, the title situation was wonky. We had a bunch of back and forth. The deal was on, deal was off, deal was on, deal was off, deal was on, deal was off. And then yesterday morning we sent the seller a text saying, hey, here's the plan, just confirming everything with you, because we already had Adam heading that way. We had mailed our friend a cashier's check to give to him. Everything was, the ball was in motion, everything was set up, and all of a sudden he goes, nope, I'm not going to sell it to you until I get the title. And so our assumption is he's saying it because all of a sudden he went to go get the title put in his name, and they're probably hitting him with a bunch of taxes and penalties and stuff because he didn't register his car. So lesson here, kids, be a good citizen, pay your taxes, register the car properly, get it all done right. Okay? So anyway, sadly we will not be having a 430 right now, or a 430 Scud. We'll have to try and get one still, because we're looking for a Scud.
We're trying to find one.
Yeah, we want a Scud because they're bad as hell. Anyway, so there we are. We're on the road. We'll be home in 10.5 hours. Yay.
Later.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It's the next day. We made it back late last night. We're exhausted.
Very tired. But we're here working anyways.
Yes, we got to get some stuff to, actually, we have a ton of crap to get on. Let me tell you, we're striking out. So you heard about the other car, the Scuderia, that we were trying to get, and that fell through. So we scrambled and we're like, hey, as long as Adam's going to be up in that area, let's find another car. We found another car. We found a McLaren 650S. It was in Volcano Red. Looked amazing, whatever, blah, blah. Got a good price on it. Not crazy good, but decent. And dude's like, oh, just so you know, it's got like a little discoloration on the roof. Okay, we can live with a little discoloration. We're thinking maybe it can be polished out or touched up or something. Adam makes it out to Chicago today to go pick it up, and he's like, he called us, he's like, dude, it's terrible. It needs a full repaint. So we're passing on that car too. So we're striking out. We're what is it? 2 for 4. Well, right now we're 1 for 4. Might be 2 for 4. We have to wait until the California gets looked at tomorrow.
I think we'll be okay on that one.
380 miles, it better be okay. Anyway, so this thing, we got to do a little bit of cleanup. We got to finish up the 360, get these both fixed and functional and ready for you guys to buy. So basically, they're basically ready. So if you want either of these cars, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com, and we can make a deal. And then also, the other thing we're gonna do today is we gotta fix my trailer because we're just crapping out of luck and my trailer broke and now the electric brakes keep saying they're disconnected. So we think it's the wiring because the wiring in that is janky as hell. So we're gonna fix the wiring and hopefully that's fine. We just can't win lately. Like,
that's the trials and tribulations of the car.
Right,
business
this-
and what
everyone-
we do, I guess.
so, oh, and of note, we just instituted a new policy within our company. We are no longer going to buy any cars, period, sight unseen. They must be seen by one of us. So whether we're flying out there or whatever, one of us is going to look at it. So we're just going to...
Thankfully, we have a lot of friends and viewers all over the country that
Yeah.
are happy to go look at cars for us. So a lot of times,
Yeah, the catch is it has to be someone we trust because
correct.
not everyone knows what they're looking at.
Right.
So, but yes, that helps a lot. So anyway, all right, let's get wrenching. All right, YouTube. So here's what we think is wrong is we think the plug's okay because we monkeyed around with that a lot. We think the wiring in the box is janky as hell. And
You
so
gotta
we're
look
just,
at this one.
it's pretty janky. Like they did butt splices.
Yeah, they like use these splicers to connect these wires together. It's like some janky. They did that at the factory.
Yeah, this is factory, which, I mean, doesn't surprise me, but, so anyway, we're just going to redo all the wiring here and see if that fixes it, and we're also going to test the battery, so we'll just kind of test all the continuity, test the battery, whatever, and hopefully that fixes it. We are exhausted. So, we got the wiring, we just basically did all the wiring over, we soldered some of them, we used solder connectors and everything, just proper stuff instead of these little butt splices they had. I tested it real quick, it seems to be working, so it is hot, it is super hot. It's complete sun. There's no shade out there, so we're gonna take a beer break. Gotta get that glass cold.
Beer break.
Beer break.
I want an ice cold.
Yeah. I gotta do mine now.
I'm doing a Lone Star.
I'm gonna do my Miller. All right, YouTube. I've been scrubbing for a couple hours, and I think we took care of the sticky buttons. So I'm gonna take it and wash it so we can look over the car closely. Josh is hating life right now.
I slid the bumper on and something. I had to take it off basically because
Yeah.
something wasn't correct on it.
He had the bumper all the way on, and now he had to pull it all the way off again, and then put it back on
Take the
again.
bumper off, the under panel, the inside fender liners, all of that crap. On and off twice.
Oh, jeez. So we still have the bottom tray, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's it.
Then we can actually drive it?
Yep.
Oh my God. That car finally will drive without having swapped fluid. All right, let's get this thing out there and wash it real quick. Okay, YouTube, we've been here all day working on these things, and they're finally ready to drive. I am way too tired to do anything else for today, so you'll have to wait for the next video. We'll do reviews on these cars. If any of you happen to want to buy these cars, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com, and also, we are on the hunt for cars. We need some cars, so if you're looking to sell your car, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars. Send us the VIN, pictures, mileage, year, model, all that stuff. Sound good? Good. Okay. I'm exhausted and I'm tired. So, yeah, that's about it. We'll see you guys in the next video. We're going to be doing a lot of car stuff. It's going to be sweet.